Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So, previous class, I told you regarding the relationship between total cost and regarding the what do you mean by total cost? Then its relationship. Then we discussed about the graph also, right? Okay. Okay. So, what do you mean by TVC? What do you mean by TVC, Rahul? Can you tell? What do you mean by TVC?
Total variable cost.
What is that?
Um, it refers to like a cost that vary directly level of output.
At the level of output. Four types of explanation is given related to the TC, TFC, and TVC. Akshay, can you start? What is the first one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
TC curves lies above TVC and TFC curves, as TC is a vertical summation of TVC and TFC curves.
This is the first point. Always when we add TVC and TFC, you will be getting TC. So always it lies above the TVC and TFC curve. Rahul, what is the second point?
At the zero level of output, TC is equal to TFC because there is no variable cost.
Okay,
So
but
TC
here at zero level of output, what is the speciality? Total cost will be always equal to TFC because there is no TVC involved in that, because always as the output increases, there it is sure that we will have some variable cost that is not involved if there is no output. That is the second relation. Third one, Abhilash.
TC and TVC curves will be parallel to each other. And
TC and TVC curves are parallel to each other. Is it a straight curve?
no,
No, it's not a straight curve, but you can see the gap between these two remains same. Why is it so? What is the reason? The gap between gap between TC and TVC that remains same. What is the reason for that?
because of proportional. No,
Because of TFC. Because of TFC. Okay. Why TFC is constant? TFC remains constant because of that reason. You can see the gap between TC and TFC. You know what do you mean by the gap in the sense? How are we getting the TC curve? You know. Okay. Here TFC is this much. From here to here TVC. If you add these two, you are getting TC curve. Okay, so here when we talk about TVC and TZ, from here to here we are taking TVC. Remaining what it will be? Then if we are taking from here to here TVC, for example, if you get this point, it shows that TVC, we are spending this much money here for TVC. Remaining will be what? What will be remaining? Total cost is equal to 1, you got TVC. But that what is remaining? TFC, right? So this gap between TC and TVC is TFC. We are marking it here, that is sure. For example, if we give some number here 10 units, for TFC 5, if we give total, it will be 15. So when we take this 10 fully for variable cost, what is remaining? This much is remaining. That shows what? TFC. The same way, What I told, the gap between TC and TVC, that remains same. The reason is what? Because TFC is fixed in between, or something is there between TC and TVC. What is that? TFC. And TFC, you know that it is remaining fixed. Because of that reason, the TC and TVC curve will be parallel here. Next point. Pranav.
The vertical distance between TC curve and TFC curve is equal to TVC curve.
Is equal to the distance between TC and TFC. They're both at the same. Okay. If you see the distance from this is TFC till here, it is TC. If you see this difference, what it will be? TFC you got in your hand. From here to here, if you see the difference, that is TVC. Okay. So whatever you can do with this a mathematical problem like which I told you here. If it is 10, what will be TFC? If you are having 15, that is total cost. TVC is 10. What will be TFC? See, 1 is given. If TFC is given, you can get the TVC. Remaining, whatever it is there, that is TVC. So if I'm marking here, from here to here, TFC, if I'm marking, it shows that to reach till here, we are spending money on TVC. Okay. At the same time, when we are if they have given anything related to TVC from here to here, this shows that from here to here, they are spending money on TVC. What is remaining? This much is remaining. So that will be TFC. Okay. So TFC here, it is constant. And because of that reason, it is parallel. Another one point, what we said, the difference between TC and TVC. What difference you can see between, or what difference you are getting between TC and TVC, you will be getting that TFC. Okay. So once more, can you say that point?
The vertical distance between TC curve and TFC curve is equal to TVC.
As TVC rises, what happens?
It increases the output.
Output. TVC increases, it shows that we are we are employing more and more input. When we employ more and more input, what will happen to the output? Output will increase. And what happens? What difference is there? What gap is there between TC and TFC? It goes on increasing. Here in the beginning, you can see the difference between TC and FC is only this much. As we are increasing more and more, if you come to this position, the difference between TC and TFC is going on increasing. As we are going here, you can see it is this much gap has become between TC and TFC. That is the reason because of TVC. Now next is about average cost. Average, how do we get average? Total number divided by number. How many times it is occurring, that you will be getting average. Same way, total cost divided by quantity, you will be getting average cost. Okay. Now, average cost, there are 3 types: average fixed cost, average variable cost, average cost. Average cost or average total cost. In your textbook, it's all given in a mixed manner, not separate. It's not given. Total cost, average, marginal cost, everything is mixed up and given. I'm giving just I have separated it and giving to you in a under different topics. Okay. So average cost, there are 3 types. We have average fixed cost, average variable cost, average total cost, or we can say average cost. Now, first one is regarding average fixed cost. How are we getting average fixed cost? It means per unit fixed cost of production. How much we are spending per unit of production, per unit of cost of production, how much it is coming. That is what you mean by average fixed cost. How to get that average fixed cost is equal to total fixed cost divided by how much we are producing, how much output we are producing. You will be getting average fixed cost. There is one more method. If we know average cost is equal to AFC plus AVC. Now, from this, if we want to find AFC, that is average cost minus AVC. So, there are two ways through which we can get average fixed cost. One formula is that total fixed cost divided by quantity. If they have given average cost and average variable cost, if we find the difference between, we will be getting average fixed cost. So average fixed cost, it can be find through another method also, that is AZ minus AVC. This is AFC schedule. You know the speciality of TFC. It remains the same for all levels of output. So TFC in this given example, it is 12. So every successive increase in output, it remains the same. How the AFC we are getting? I told total fixed cost divided by what is the output is given for that level, we will be getting AFC. Okay, so here 12 by 1 is the output here, it remains 12. Next step, 2 output we have, so 12 by 2, that is 6. Third step, 12 by 3, 4, like that it goes on reducing. So TFC here, it remains constant in the short run. Now you can see the curve of AFC. In the first output, if you see, this is the first one. It is the highest there, that is 12. 2, if you see, that is reduced now. 3, if you see, that's going on reducing here. Okay, so like that, if you see the average fixed cost curve, it is a downward sloping curve. There are various reasons for that. Shape of first one, shape of AFC curve, we call it as a rectangular hyperbola. Why do we call it as rectangular hyperbola? Because the area of rectangle formed under the curve that are equal. Because of that reason, we call AFC as a rectangular hyperbola. How are we getting this? TFC divided by quantity. Now, if AFC is given and quantity is given, we can get TFC by multiplying AFC into quantity demanded. Like for example, you know, TFC is equal to, AFC is equal to TFC divided by Q. Now, if you want to get from this, TFC is equal to AFC into Q, you will be getting TFC. Okay. And TFC speciality, you know, it remains constant at all levels of output. And in the curve, in the diagram, if you see, both the curves, it is nearing the axis. Here also it is very much near the axis. Here also it is very much near the axis, but it will never touch the axis. AFC can never touch the x-axis or y-axis. There is a reason for that. Why it will not touch the x-axis? Because it can never be 0. AFC can never be 0 because you know that there is some cost involved even though there is no production. Okay, so total fixed cost will be there in the beginning itself. Because of that reason, it will never touch the x-axis. The same way, it will not touch the y-axis because even there is no output, the TFC is a positive value. that you have learnt whenever one number is divided by 0, it will result in infinite value. Because of that reason, that AFC curve will never touch the y-axis. So both these axes will not be touched by the AFC curve. Now, AFC in the beginning, if you see, it is with as we increase the output, it starts falling. Okay, so here the picture, if you see, as we are increasing from 1 unit to 2 unit, we are increasing, 2 unit to 3 unit, we are increasing. So you can see AFC is going on reducing here. So AFC falls with the increase in output, and TFC remains same for all levels of output. In that particular graph which I showed you, there we are showing only AFC, average fixed cost. We are not showing TFC. Why this is going on falling? You know that in the beginning that they have given one number. As we are increasing more and more output, what will happen? These particular fixed number is getting spread among all those productions, among the increasing production. So because of that reason, AFC starts falling. Here you see TFC is constant. So this 12 is spread only with the output unit 1. Now this 12 is distributed among 2. This is distributed among 3. So the number goes on reducing here. So average fixed cost, it will be reducing as we increase the output. Roseanne, what is the first feature related to the shape of AFC curve?
It cannot touch the x-axis.
It cannot touch. No, from the beginning, shape of AFC curve onwards, you can say what is there is a feature they have given related to AFC curve. What is that?
It's a rectangular
Hyperbola. Then
area of rectangle formed under the curve are equal.
okay, that is that if you need not say, it is just for your explanation. This is an important point. What is that? It approaches
both the axes. It gets nearer and nearer to the axis, but it doesn't touch them.
Yeah, it never touches them. Okay, Kevin, can you tell the second feature? Vinay?
AFC can never touch the x-axis.
Why? Why is it so?
AFC can never be 0. AFC is equal to TFC by Q. TFC can never be 0 in the short run.
Because TFC is not at all 0 in the short run. Because of that reason, it will never touch the x-axis, because already the total fixed cost is involved. Already we have spent that, so it will never be 0. Because of that reason, AFC will not touch the x-axis. Why we say like that? Here in the axis, you know that it is going on like that. It will go like that only. It will never be touching the x-axis, because already the cost is incurred. Already total fixed cost is there. Even though now we increasing the output, it remains, it goes on reducing only. It will never touch the x-axis here. Okay. Next point, next feature related to it. Alan? Alan Thomas. What is the next feature? Anish?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the next feature?
AFC curve can never touch the y-axis.
What's the reason?
Because at the 0 level of output, TFC is positive value. And
So?
in cost value divided by 0 will be an
Infinite value. So already some cost is involved in that it can never be zero. Because of that reason, it will not touch AFC curve. Average fixed cost will never touch the y-axis. And last point, Pavitra.
AFC falls with the increase in output as AFC equals to TFC by Q and TFC remains same for all levels
Of output. So what happens here? AFC falls with an increase in output. Next one, average fixed cost is over. Now next is related to average variable cost. Variable cost, you know that it changes with the increase in output. As we increase output, the variable cost also will be increasing. So here, if you see the table, TVC in the first, it is 0. So 0 output, no output. If TVC is 0, output will be 0. Variable cost increased to 6. So 1 increase in output, 1. It is increased. Variable cost increased to 10. Output produced is 2. 15, it is increased to 3. Like that, as variable cost is increasing, output is increasing. Now, how to get AVC? AVC formula is TVC divided by Q. Total variable cost divided by Q. Now, if they have given AC is given, if we reduce AFC from AC, we will be getting AVC. So there are two ways through which we can get AVC. What are the two methods? What are the two ways through which we can get Krishnakanti?
TVC divided by Q.
What is TVC?
Total variable cost.
What is Q?
Output.
Quantity. Okay. Next, second, another method. What is the other method?
Minus AFC.
This one. What is that?
AC minus AFC.
AC minus AFC. If average cost is given and if you know average fixed cost, if we reduce AFC from AC, we will be getting AVC. Now, the shape of AVC curve, if you see, that is U-shaped, and there is a reason for that. That is because of law of variable proportion. So AVC curve shape is U-shaped it is. The reason why it has a U-shaped curve because of law of variable proportion. What happens? In the beginning, AVC falls. You can see here it is falling. Okay. Then it is remaining for some time. It is constant like that. You can see. Then it is increasing. Okay. Now, what will be the reason why the AVC is initially falling? Can anyone say why is it falling? Is there any reason for that? Just think. What is the reason why AVC is initially falling? In the beginning stage of production, what will be the reason? This we discussed many times. When we discuss the relation of total cost, total fixed cost and all. What's the reason? No one remembers.
Because initially TVC decrease. No, initially the output will be the TVC employed will be in better conditions, so the output will be more. And less
Here,
TVC has to be employed.
yes, it is something that, see, whenever we are employing the inputs in the beginning, they will be more efficient. Efficiency will be very high. and output will be very high. Okay, so when the output is very high and we are producing these output at a less cost here. Okay, that is why whatever we are spending, more than that, we are getting the output. You have studied that in the law of variable proportion. In the first stage, the output is increasing at an increasing rate. Like that you have learned. Then in a uh, then constant stage, then increasing, decreasing proportion that you have learned before. Okay, that same law is applicable here. What happens here, when we are employing the inputs in the beginning, efficiency will be very high. So they will produce much output than the later stages. That is why AVC is initially falling, then it will just reach in a minimum level, then it start increasing, because as we are increasing more and more variable output, you know that there is a limit for the production, there is a boundary for that production. Beyond that they cannot produce. So sometimes the inputs will be more, which is not required that much for that production. Because of that reason, where the cost will go on increasing in the later stage. Okay, so here initially the cost will fall, then it will reach a minimum, then it start increasing. Average total cost. What do you mean by average total cost or average cost? How do we get average total cost or average cost here? Average cost means total cost of production per unit. How much cost is involved in that? That is what you mean by average cost. Now it is defined as, it can be found by adding AFC and AVC. There are here also, there are two methods through which we can find the average cost. One is total cost divided by quantity produced, or another method, if we know average fixed cost and average variable cost, we can add that and we will be getting average cost. Krishnakanti,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you mean by average cost? What do you mean by average cost?
The per unit total cost of production.
Per unit total cost of production. How can we get that? What is the formula to get average cost?
Total cost by quantity.
Total cost by quantity, or there is one more method. What is that?
AFC plus AVC.
AFC plus AVC. Now, here in this particular table, along with the graph, all the three curves are shown: AC, AVC, AFC. And by, you know that when we add AVC and AFC, we get AC. So AC curve always will lie above the AVC and AFC curve. Okay. So here one table is given. AFC is 12. AVC is 6. It is AFC. Okay. So AFC is varying here, because as output increases, what happens, you know, average fixed cost. It is not the total fixed cost. It is AFC and AVC is given. When we add these, we will be getting average cost. So in this, they have given AFC and AVC. So if you are adding, we will be getting AC. Now here, AC curve is given, AVC curve is given, AFC curve is given. This is AFC curve. I told you it is a curve which is going on reducing. In the first, if you see, the average fixed cost, it's very high. Then as it goes on increasing the output, what happens? It goes on reducing. Average fixed cost goes on reducing. Now the first feature, how are we getting AC? AC curve is obtained by vertical summation of AFC and AVC curve. What do you mean by this vertical summation? Who can say what do you mean by vertical summation? Once I told you this related to total cost also. Rahul, do you know what it is? Vertical summation.
I don't know.
Okay, Pranav, do you know?
I'm adding
Adding.
AVC and AFC.
Okay, why do we say it is a vertical summation?
That I don't know.
Okay, Abhilash. Vertical summation means what?
Because it lies above AFC and AVC.
It lies above AVC and AFC, but why do we say it is vertical summation? Okay, let me tell. Where are we marking AFC? Vertical line or on the horizontal line? Where are we marking? Anish, where are we marking? Is it on the horizontal line or vertical line? And you have to tell me which one is vertical line, okay? Or which one is horizontal line. Anish, no. Pavitra, Pavitra.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, which one is vertical one? Which one is vertical and which one is horizontal in this particular graph? Which line I'm asking? There are two lines you can see, right? Okay, one more clue. OX and OY in this, which one is vertical, which one is horizontal?
OY is vertical.
OY is vertical, okay.
OX is horizontal.
Okay, OX is horizontal. Now, just tell me, where are we marking AFC? On which line?
Vertical.
On OY you are telling.
Ma'am, which one? I didn't.
AFC, AFC.
AFC.
Average fixed cost. Where are we marking? You tell, guess and tell otherwise. Okay, one option, two options only you have. One you choose and tell.
Vertical.
Vertical. Okay, that is correct. What you said is correct. You see here x-axis we are marking output, right? And y-axis we are marking AFC, not only AFC, we are marking AFC, AVC, we are marking. Now just think that here, this one shows that AFC, for example, you take this is a 6. Okay, just understand this number as 6. This is just an example. Okay. Now AVC, here it is 8. Just understand like that. How do you get AC? How are we getting AC? Krishnakanti? Two numbers are given. So AVC is given, AFC is given. What will be AC? Krishnakanti?
AFC plus AVC.
Okay, what will be the result? What is the answer?
Ma'am, for which one?
Yeah, just one example I told. Say 8 is AVC, AFC is 6. So what will be AC? AVC, I told it is 8. 8 rupees 8. AFC 6. So what will be the average cost?
14.
14. How did you get that?
I added 8 and 6.
Okay, these two are added, which is marked where? On the vertical axis or on the horizontal axis? Which is there on the vertical axis or horizontal axis? Krishnakanti. Pranav, tell me, which is there on the vertical axis or on the horizontal axis? Huh?
Vertical.
Vertical axis. Okay. So because of that reason, we say this is vertical summation of AFC and AVC curve because it is marked on the vertical axis. So we are adding the vertical points here and getting the AC. Because of that reason, we are calling it as vertical summation. And I feel that, so AC curve, how are we getting? We are vertically adding the AFC and AVC. We will be getting AC curve. Now the shape of AC curve is, that is also U-shaped. There is a reason for that also because it is the same related to the law of variable proportion. And why it is like that? Mainly this AC curve is influenced by AVC rather than AFC. So AC curve is more influenced by AVC rather than AFC. That is why you can see this law of variable proportion is applicable in the case of both AC and AVC. The same way, it starts falling in the beginning. As we increase the output, then it reaches to a minimum, then it starts rising. So shape of AC curve is also same like AVC because of law of variable proportion. Okay, now let me take the attendance. Abdul Aman, Alan Thomas,
Present, ma'am.
Alan Verghese, Anish,
Present, ma'am.
Aparna,
Present, ma'am.
Krishnakanti,
Present, ma'am.
Akshay,
Present.
Pavitra,
Present, ma'am.
Pranav, Rahul,
Present, ma'am.
Roseanne,
Present, ma'am.
Sayujya, Vinay,
Present, ma'am.
Vishnu, Abhiram, Abhijit, thank you then. Bye.